Hey, what's up guys? John here. On this channel, we talk about all things money, personal finance, business, and of course, real estate. And I think the best potential real estate investment could be a bunker, because what's more valuable than your life? But what's very interesting is all the billionaires right now are buying bunkers, having them established in New Zealand or under their estate. Bill Gates right now has all really top of the line bunkers under all of his estates. It's interesting, right? Especially given the fact that he just came out and said the next pandemic will be 10 times worse than the current one that we're in right now. And in 2015, he predicted this pandemic. In 2017, Tony Fauci came out and said that there's going to be a surprise outbreak during Trump's administration. So these people, they might have foresight, if you know what I mean. So maybe what they're doing is for a reason. And maybe that this opening that we're doing right now with minimum capacity in restaurants and stores, and maybe it's just to normalize what's really happening, get everyone comfortable with this level of freedom, and then we're going to pull back and these people are going to be protected inside of their getaways. In this video, I'm going to lay out their full game plan as well as what you could do to protect and provide for yourself during this potential problem that they're predicting. At a budget. Do it at a real budget. You might not have $1 million, but you might be able to spare 20, 30, 50 grand to establish a getaway. So please smash that like button. Help me expose this message. This is a really important video because no one's really talking about it. The mainstream media is basically just saying, stay 6 feet away, roll up your sleeve, and don't hug your grandmother. But this, I think, is the real information that people need to know. So please smash that like button. Let's begin. Now, these new bunkers that they're making are top of the line. Some of them have underground pools. They have everything that you could possibly want. Some of them are $5, $8, $10 million. Now, Peter Thiel, he invested $750,000 in Facebook when it first launched, made $1 billion profit. Also is a co-founder in PayPal with Elon Musk, and he just bought a $4.7 million property in Queensland. Now, some of these other bunkers, you can grow your own food, or you can have a huge spread of land with cattle, like James Cameron, who is involved in Avatar and Titanic and a lot of these great films. He just bought a really big spread out there as well, and he did so right when Gates and Fauci gave him the thumbs up that there could be something really big planned. Now, they're choosing New Zealand for a variety of reasons. One, there is really no one around. You're beside Australia. The total population is about 5 million, not even, in New Zealand. It's the size of Colorado. And when things get crazy in America, who are they going to go after? They're going to go after the rich, the elite. But it's going to be pretty hard to get to them if they're on the other side of the world. Now, Peter Thiel, he just spent $18 million in Miami Beach. He bought 2 properties. They're adjacent properties. They both back up into the Intercoastal Waterway, and it's about a 5 or 7 minute yacht ride to the Atlantic Ocean. Why would he do such a thing? Well, it's a great getaway. In the event that something happens and he needs to get away quick, he can walk right out the back door into his yacht and leave. Maybe, maybe not. But why else would Ivanka Trump, as well as Jared Kushner, buy a property in a community called Billionaire Bunkers for over $30 million that has the same exact setup, a yacht dock where they can get out if they need to? It just doesn't make much sense. The timing on all this is very questionable. Listen to what the co-founder of Reddit is saying about all this. Some have planned for every eventuality. Steve Huffman, the 33-year-old co-founder of the internet discussion forum Reddit, which is valued at $600 million, is one of several Silicon Valley barons who had had laser surgery to correct poor eyesight. If society collapses, he reasons perversely, getting hold of new spectacles might be a challenge. Ammunition could run out too. Marvin Lau, a former senior executive at web giant Yahoo, has taken classes in archery and has amassed a small arsenal of other non-firearm weapons to protect his wife and daughter. Survivalists have their own set of acronyms, including WROL, without rule of law, and LIA, Little Ice Age. Some of them worry that the latter has just started. And they also have a secret buzz phrases saying you're buying a house in New Zealand is kind of a wink, wink, say no more, Reid Hoffman, a venture capitalist, told the New Yorker magazine. And this is interesting because I never knew that it went this deep. Once you've done the Masonic handshake, they'll be like, oh, you know, I have a broker who sells ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles, silos, and they're nuclear hardened. And they kind of look like they'd be interesting to live in. These brothers in paranoia don't necessarily agree on how to survive the approaching catalysm. Antonio Garcia Martinez, a former Facebook product manager, bought 5 wooden acres on an island off America's northern Pacific coast. For his refuge, he bought in solar panels, power generators, and thousands of rounds of ammunition. He chose this spot because it's far from cities but not completely remote, as one guy alone couldn't hope to stand up to a roving mob. One would need to set up a local militia with others, he says, and when you have 100 or so acres of land, what do you put there? Post-apocalypse designs for the Money No Object Brigade tends to involve creating a home with a huge bomb-proof basement. The home must be self-contained, not only off the grid with its own power and water supplies, but also with tanks for raising tilapia, a hardy, fast-growing fish to eat, and facilities in which to grow vegetables hydroponically without soil. Naturally, property developers are eagerly capitalizing on such concerns. The surviving condo project, a former underground nuclear missile silos in Kansas, has been converted into a 15-story luxury apartment complex with a pool, gym, classroom, and miniature hospital. And we all know Kim and Kanye own a large spread out in Wyoming. They paid 13 or 14 million bucks for it. Well, they did that right around the time the pandemic started. They have a bunker there. Now Ronda Rousey, MMA fighter, she said, if you're prepared, there's no reason to panic. I think we should all learn from this pandemic to be a little more prepared next time, just in case something more serious happens. Then Nathan Fillion said the sci-fi actor learned how to weld for apparently a zombie apocalypse, appearing on the Conan show on TBS. Fillion shared, one of my hobbies is zombie apocalypse preparedness. It sounds so crazy, it kind of sounds so far out there, but they keep throwing all this stuff in our faces on the mainstream media, talking about zombie apocalypse, talking about just all these things that are just so far out there that no one would actually take it seriously. And, you know, these people are getting ready for it, getting prepared for it. Am I saying that anything is going to happen? No. Am I saying that these people are saying that something is very questionable? I am. So we'll see where that goes. Now, there's a lot of affordable accommodations if you're one of those people that think something could happen in the very near future. Now, smart people are always weighing the upsides and the downsides with every transaction in life. Whether they're buying a bunker and spending a couple million bucks to guarantee their family's safety, it's a small price to pay. There are affordable options for people that don't have the deep pockets like these tech entrepreneurs and these actors. For example, a place in South Dakota, you can get a shared bunker for $15,000, very inexpensive, or your own bunker for $35,000. Or there's a variety of other options that are also very affordable. You just have to ask yourself point blank if you think anything like this could happen. Joe Biden's saying that we won't fully open up, hopefully, until the 4th of July is what he said. But even then, won't be fully open. We'll just have small gatherings. We'll be able to have small gatherings. That will then be 16 months of closures, 16 months of restrictions. So what does this mean? Does this mean that what they're doing and what they're saying is so far out there and so far-fetched? Or are we just living in denial as to what's really possible in this crazy new world, this crazy new normal that we're all living in right now? So I'm not out there right now shopping for bunkers or really going down that road, but what I am doing is I'm paying attention closely to what other people are doing. This is something to consider. If the world starts getting really crazy and I feel like this is really something that I need to protect and provide for myself and my family, then I'll drop the money to get it, because the paper currency is meaningless if we're not here to enjoy it. So with that being said, I'm also seeing the world completely differently. I have a 14-month-old, I have a baby on the way, I have responsibility. One thing I am doing right now, though, is spreading my money out between large commercial banks and establishing lines of credit against my businesses to really have as much capital as possible really at my disposal. So if I need to go buy something, I can go leverage, I can do whatever I want to do to buy whatever I really need to buy in any type of situation. Because what I think is happening right now, the stock market's booming, the real estate market's booming, Everybody is living in denial about what's really happening in the world. We're witnessing, in a best case scenario, the biggest transfer of wealth in human history and a massive stock bubble and real estate bubble. And this is all going to end really, really bad. That's why right now I'm just paying attention. I want to see what the rich are doing, what the elites are doing, how they're preparing. And I want to be on the sidelines with my pockets full of cash, getting ready to pounce and figure out any type of solution and having the means to get it done. So I hope you're doing the same. What are your thoughts? Would you ever get a shelter? Do you think that this is practical right now? And where do you see 2021 going? Please smash that like button. Help me share this video. And if you have any friends that are really kind of in this mindset as they think that the world's going to be completely changed over the next 6 to 12 months regardless, share this video with them. So please smash the like button. Consider subscribing for more content on personal finance, real estate, business, and of course, money. And I'll see you guys in the next video.